After the extensive research and development, Apple has introduced the calculator app on their iPad Pros, and you will be able to use the calculator app if you have the iPad OS 18. And you can install and download the iPad OS 18 on any of these iPads if you're using by any chance. It starts with the iPad M4, iPad Pro M4, which right now I am using, and it goes all the way down to iPad Mini 5th generation or later. Let's simply click on the calculator app. In the first glance, it looks like the normal calculator app, which simply if we do the 2 plus 2 is equals to 4, and we all the options like plus, minus, percentage, divide. But there is one thing which I believe is a technical fault. Like we are seeing this AC button which represents the all clear, and now if I press too many digits, you should be getting the C button which stands clear, or AC button which stands all clear. If you're using the calculator on the iPhone on the 17th generation of iOS 17, you would be able to use to see the C or AC button. But in this iPad, you won't get this. You have to long press this backspace button to clear out to clear all these digits. But there is one additional thing in this calculator, which is if you click on this button that represents the history. Now I made some calculations like 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, and some 2 plus 32 plus 2 that makes equals to 36. These are the histories. You can view the histories anytime, and you will also be able to see the dates when you made these calculations. Now if I click on this edit button, the first option appears is done. If I click on the done, it does nothing. If I click back on the edit button, I'm given the option is clear. If I click the clear button, it gives me the option to clear history. Click on the clear history, it gives me the option to clear and wipe out entire history. And if I simply click any of these radio buttons, if I select, say for example, first entry, then it gives me the option to delete only first entry. And if I make another calculation, and now if I click on the clear and clear history, now all the history is gone. So this is the first option in this calculator. And if you click on this calculator button, a small calculator button, then it gives you three more options. As while staying on the basic, and I am enabling the convert. What convert is a very useful feature which you can use to convert any years. Say for example, if you have the area and you want to convert acre into, say for example, square feet. Now 1 acre is equals to 43,560 feet or square feet, right? So this is a very useful feature, and we have plenty of options like angles, areas, currency. We can change the currency anytime we would like to, and we will be getting the accurate answers because we are getting this currency converted from Yahoo Finance, and it was last updated 2 hours ago. So it means we're getting the updated options. Now other options are data, energy, force, fuel, length, and many other options. So the converter is one useful feature which I believe. Now if I click on this calculator button and disable the convert and click on the second option which says scientific. While clicking on the scientific button, we get all the options which we usually get on the scientific calculators. If you are someone who study on your iPads or who takes the iPad while studying, this can be very useful because this is the pure scientific calculator, and we get all the scientific measuring or calculation options like sin, cos, tan, and etc. While if we click on this button again once again, then we get the third option which I believe is more magical and more useful. This is the maths notes. I'm gonna test this maths notes without any stylus, and I will be using the stylus which is attached to my wrist. So to use that, first of all, I'm gonna click on this option which gives me the option to write on the iPad. Let's make a new one. Okay, we are here. Now say for example, I have the option to add or do any mathematics from the inside keyboard, which means if I want to do 2 plus 2 and it automatically start giving me the predictions. Okay, it is going to be is equals to 4. So let's do this with our hands this time. 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. So one thing that I am noticing, and you should also notice, is that this iPad is trying to copy my handwriting. That's a useful feature. And since we have the equation and we have the answer, let's try to divide this entire thing with 2. Now see this. It automatically is updating the answers. So make another uh, example. Now see, I'm gonna uncheck this. I'm gonna click on this. This is by far my favorite feature. While clicking on this, it is giving me this bar, which means I can change this decibel option from large to small. So this is a very useful. It's a very magical option. Now make another thing. While clicking on these triple dots, we have multiple options. Say for example scan. If I click on the scan, it will open the camera. I can take the screenshot and I can keep the scan. The scan is here, and we can use the scan on our notes representation if we would like to. Now clicking back on this, we have the option to pin. If I'm doing some very complex mathematics and would like to use it for the future references, I can pin this calculation to find it easy. Let's suppose I'm gonna pin this. Pin. Okay, this is pinned. Now where you can see, if you click on this history button, you will get pinned mathematic notes first, and then you will get the notes from the date wise. And if we click on this find note, say for example I'm going to click on the 2. See, I simply press the 2 from the search option, and it selects the 2 in yellow highlight, and the other 2 is also highlighted, and this entire equation is also highlighted because it has 2's as well. Next option we have is the in this triple dots math results. Insert the math results, suggest results or math results which are currently in use. Recent notes, these are my recent notes. Clear the menu. Then we have the attachment view. The attached files can be set all to small or set all to large. Then we have the use backlight, use slide background. If I click on this, it will turns everything on the white background as white background. Coming back to the dark one, which I prefer using. And the other options, like I can delete this page, I can delete custom toolbar. We get format, checklist, tables, attachments. And what else we have here? Let's delete this note as well. I'm going to press a new one. So there is one another calculation type you can use on this calculator. Let's select the pen. While clicking on the pen, I have all the options to choose from, while I can also change the colors. Right now the color is blue selected. Let's make it white. These square dots means the system is unable to identify what is written. It is X or Y. So go back and write the Y. Clicking again, Y is equal to, once again, it's not readable. Let's click on this. Let's click Y is equal to X square plus 6. Now, as soon as I put that equation, it's give me the option to insert graph. Now see that based on my mathematics, it has itself started giving me the option to bring in the graphs. Now let's suppose I click on 6.1. Now we have the option to bring the magical thing. Now see this. Whatever is being changed, it is also impacting the graph. This is a very useful feature, and this is by far, I think, one of the best calculator apps you can use on any device. You will get the exact same calculator on your iPhone as well, but the experience can be a little different because this is the 11-inch version of the iPad and the real estate is sufficient to make calculations. I imagine the 13-inch variant would be more fun to make math notes too.